getting everything up and running. You know what? I'm never gonna complain about being too busy or, customers taking up my time. Even though I love shooting the videos and everything else, but I, the moment you start complaining about being too busy, imagine what it feels like when you're not. So, you know. All right. Yeah. So I don't complain about that. So even though half the time I'm like, man, I'm not ready. I got all my stuff. Oh man, what am I gonna do? I'll take that any day over not being busy enough or not having business or anything of that sort. So I appreciate those delays. Okay. All right. So we're about to get rolling, guys. We're about to get rolling. So what I often like to say to people when they see my channel here, I said, look, really what you're doing is you're taking a quick peek into my shop. It's like you're walking by. If you really think about what scrolling, when you're strolling and it's like you're scrolling, right? And you're just making a quick trip into all these different little places, these different universes, I say in my head. But just think about it like storefronts, you just pop it in, and you have podcasts, you have guys doing crazy stuff, guys playing games, guys reading you the news, giving their take on the news and all that stuff. And so you have an opportunity to kind of pop in and out of all of these streams. And so mine is just not one of those that's like pre-rehearsed and scripted and all that stuff. You just happen to pop in while I'm working. So thanks for hanging out. If you want to hang out for a few more minutes, that's great. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and like and all that stuff so you know when we're going next, okay? So I'm just trying to make sure I can see what's what. Now, if you're wondering, someone tried to operate on me. So I have this little thing here, okay? An amateur surgeon. Oh my God. I'll share you the story. Okay, so today we're going to be going over a Kirby that's making a little funky noise. And see, it's funny that when I run across these, I normally know where the noise is coming from in a Kirby, like instantly, right? And this one kind of threw me a little bit. So I figured this would be a good topic for the video, and we can kind of dive in this together, and we can go through the process together and discover what's causing this noise. Okay, so in the meantime, let me just set everything up so I can see both streams. We have an overhead and we have a vertical over here. And I want to be able to see both in case someone have a question on either, okay? So just kind of bear with me in the meantime while I do this. All right. While I do this, get you a little bit of get you some, I don't know, maybe I could put on some what do you call it, royalty-free reggae music or something, instrumentals, while I'm setting my stuff up. Okay. I'm almost there, guys. Almost. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got cooking here, man. Hey, Icon Guy, what's up, bro? Now I can see you, man. Where you been? Where you been, man? What's up? What's up? Yeah. Okay. All right, good. So I'm all set here. I'm all set here. All right, good. Well, let's see what's up. Let's check it out. All right. And so don't let the bandits distract you. It's better that you see this than if you saw what was underneath. Okay. Yes. Okay, so let's see what's making a noise. You know what's so funny? Talking about noise and a Kirby. The new Platinum Kirbys, I just found out, it comes with a muffler system to lower the noise. Is that wild? I had no idea that it's crazy because a lot of things happen to me like that, and I'm sure a lot of things happen to people like that, where things synchronize. You know, you're working on something, and then all of a sudden something shows up that help you with what you're doing. And so now inside the Kirby bag, instead of the bag looking like this, okay, the new Kirby, instead of the bag looking like this, okay, and these normally these would tear. Okay, let me give the guys over here overhead view of what I'm doing. Hold on. And then let me turn this music off. Let me turn off this music. Where's the music at? Oh gosh, let me turn off the music. Hold on. Okay. So yeah. So under the weather, trying to get stuff done. All right. That's what winners do, man. That's what winners do. We try to get stuff done when we're well, and we try to get stuff done when we're not doing too well. And that's just what it is. There's no excuse, right? I mean, you would have to be totally wiped out to just not do anything, right? Or you just have to, maybe you just want to rest, a scheduled rest. But the excuse part of it, we don't give excuses. So Icar guy, respect to that. Okay, so now let me show you something. And I'm still not saying the name right, but I appreciate you being patient with me. ICT. Yeah. Hey, Brianne, what's up, girl? Respect to you too. So this would happen. What they did is they put something like this. Okay. Now normally I would see these and let me do the switch over. Normally I would see these in central vacuum units. Okay. But yeah, this is what they have, and something similar to this is black. Do I have a picture of it? I think I have a picture of it. Hold on, let me see something. And then they have something on the side. I just found out this morning with the Avalier, and then they have something on the side where the exhaust is, and so instead of the dust blowing straight out, it kind of, I guess it goes down. It has a cover. It goes down and it kind of up. But it did sound. I don't know, but how many decibels less it is. I don't know if it improves the cleaning any. I don't think so. But it was cool. I just thought it was like clever that they try to do something innovative, because it's like, what else are you going to do with the Kirby? And the bag itself, though, is worth it. The bag is a lot thicker. Let me show you. Let me see if I can. Anybody see that? Okay, so this is the muffler I was telling you about. This is what I saw, and then this is what it looks like on the inside. Okay, and so what's good about it is that you no longer have to worry about, if people have a Kirby, have to worry about this ripping and tearing. And what I don't know is how much this thing costs to replace. If you have to replace this thing, I don't know. And then it's back to the twist style, the twist bag. So they no longer have this little clip-on thing here for the. This is no longer being used on the new Kirbys. They're back to the old style, which is good for them. So this is what it looks like. Okay, the new Platinum series. So I was like, hey, that's cool. Here's the muffler thing I was telling you about on the side of the Kirby. If you can see it, that's what it looks like. Okay, yeah. I don't know how much of a selling feature would be, over what they have, but hey. Anyway, so let's find out what's happening with this sound, and how I can get rid of it. I'm gonna tell you what I did and what I'm gonna try to do. You guys can hang out in the chat, make some friends, get yourself something to sip on. Whatever your favorite thing is. Do you guys have a favorite drink? It could be coffee, it could be water, right? It could be beer. It could be a mixed drink. But what's your favorite drink when you just want to chill and cool out? Hey, Monroe bags. Is that the new Avalier? Actually, it's not, but the picture I was showing you, Jax, is the new Avalier. I'm impressed with the bag. I am impressed with the bag. Believe it's. I'm a nerd in little things like that. It no longer uses the cover, so there's no more cover to worry about. It's just the. Let me see if I can find it again. It's just the fabric and the clip, okay? And it has like a little handle at the top of the bag, like a little handle. Let me see. Do I have another picture of the bag? No, I don't have another picture of the bag, but yeah. So the guy was showing me he's a local Kirby distributor. You have a couple of Kirbys in the back of the car. You see that? But yeah, here's a little handle right here. That it's just a little strappy thing, you know. So that's cool because this is just extra plastic that really didn't do much for the Kirby. It wasn't really anything important, honestly. All right, so now let's find out. Let's put this on here. Let's find out what's causing this noise to be a little bit of a mystery, and let's see if we can solve it. Okay. All right, because it's not a fan blade. At least I don't think so. How's that? I don't think so yet. All right, let me go. It always works when they're plugged in. You hear that? Now, it appears to be coming from inside the motor area. Okay, it don't appear to be coming from the brush, and that's sometimes the first thing you guys want to separate. You think it's a belt in the fan chamber? It could be. But let's check it out, right? Let's check it out. So this is what I'm gonna do. Hey, go back to no, dude, you gotta go back to the Caribbean. How's that? Hunter, whatever. Yeah, I'll do that. And actually, I did that a couple of weeks ago, and then I was happy to be back. Happy to be back, bro. So here we go. Let's try this. Let's try this. I'm gonna try this with just the right here, and I want to see if I still hear that sound. Okay. Is that crazy? See, so I don't hear it now, right? I don't hear it now. I'm gonna do this again. Okay. Now I changed brush rolls. I put on, I had this one in there, and then I switched it out for this one. And there's no metal on the inside of this thing for me to. So there's a strain on the motor, I think, that's causing this to happen. All right. I mean, it's dirty, but there's no metal on the inside of this that's clicking it to make it go click, 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 click. And then if there was a belt inside the fan chamber, it would still make that sound when the head is not on. You see what I'm saying? Let me put on this belt here, this brush, I mean. All right. So we're exploring, guys. And some of you guys are already a step ahead of me, so I appreciate that. Okay. Let me see something here. Hey, Brienne, do you know why the world needs people like that? Because you don't know how to compare. You know, there's no comparison. In other words, if everybody was sophisticated and just witty, like really just have like witty jokes, that make you laugh. Because you want to at least be funny. You know what I mean? If you're gonna, like, that can work if it was funny. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm good, man. Trust me, man. This other guy made some joke about Mr. Clean and Mrs. Clean. Like, Mrs. Clean had an affair with her brother, right? I thought it was clever. That was a funny ass joke, right? So if you're not funny, then what are you doing? Then you're just an asshole, right? So you need those people, so you know what funny is, and you know what clever is, because if everyone was the same, right, you would have no way to determine like what's real good, what's good stuff. So you're always gonna need those guys out there. That's just the way I look at it. That's how I measure stuff. Okay, like everyone can't have the same politics, right? Because then you won't. If you hear bad ideas, then you won't be able to. If all the ideas were the same, then you won't be able to contrast and say that's a stupid idea. For the guys who don't know what I'm talking about, on this other end, there was somebody making some kind of joke about going back to Africa, right? So, and I would go to Africa if I had enough money to fly and hang out there and see what it's like and come back. But America is where it's at, bro. I don't know what to tell you. All right, so here we go. So let's try this again with the new brush. Okay. The sound came back. So again, it's inside the motor. I think it's happening when there's strain put on that shaft. So let's go in and find out. Okay. So something funky is going on. We just have to figure out what it is. All right. Brienne says, I like to think I'm somewhat clever and witty sometimes. And I'm very snarky too. But I'm respectful and not in a mean at all. That's right. Right. Yeah. Now, is there shaft play? That's a good question there, iCar guy. Because sometimes this can be kind of loose. If you hold it, you can tell if it's still everything is tight. Everything is tight. There's nothing is out of whack here. And it's not rubbing. Okay? It's not rubbing. So let's find out though. Let's go. Let's go, man. That's why I thought this was a good one, because you guys are clever. All right? You guys are smart. And even if you're not into vacuums, the problem solving aspect of it is it's exciting, right? To learn how to solve something that's a little bit of a mystery. And for the last 3 days, we've had like mystery stuff. You know what I'm saying? Things that we had to really dig in deep to find out what the cause was. So I can appreciate this one. So let me get all this stuff out of my way. All right. And let's get moving. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let me see something. Yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna get a T15 to take this cord. I don't want to have to deal with this cord right now, so I'm gonna get this cord off the side here. Okay. All right. I ran into a lady this morning that 82 years old. Says she used to run marathons. Says she does everything herself, right? And if something is too heavy or something, then she'll get. She says, but my yard, all that stuff, and I respect that, man. I mean, she was giving me instructions as to how to prep for. Because I committed to my son's coach that I'm going to end up running one of those things with them. Like the, oh my gosh, what do you call it? When they do like the turkey runs and stuff like that. And I made a commitment on live, okay, that I was going to do it. And I said I'm going to do it. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep my word, okay? But so he says you have to, eat a lot of carb up a week before, stuff like that. So I'm in, man. And she says she started at 50 when she started running. She ran for 12 years. And she had some other accident, ladder and broke a leg and all that stuff. And she said, other than that, she'll still be running right now. I was like, wow, man. I mean, that's incredible. Okay, so let me take this off. So I'm going to be running, guys. I'm gonna be running. I don't know about a marathon yet. I think I'll start with like the 3K, the 5K, the 10K type stuff. But I'll just start with going around my cul-de-sac, my neighborhood. I'm gonna start there, man. You know, I'm gonna start there. I'll exercise and stuff, but running, holy cow! I have enough respect for people who run. I mean, I do. I have a lot of respect for people who run. All right, here we go. Okay. Let's try it again now that everything is off. Okay, there's someone coming in, guys, so I'm gonna have to check something in. Give me a second. Hey, you.
Hello.
Hello.
Where are you?
I'm over here.
I see you.
I am over here, girl.
Hey.
How you doing?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
You got another one?
It's broke.
What do? You break them like on purpose? You just want to come and see me, right?
Yeah.
You can say that, you know. It's okay.
Yeah,
I'll take that. Hold on. Let me just turn this on here real quick. Guys, I'll be right back.
This thing broke last week.
Okay. What happened?
And surprise, I was using this for the door. And today I was doing a house right now.
Right.
It stopped working.
Oh, wow. This stop altogether?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So now this, you have everything here, right?
Yeah.
Everything. Okay. So now you need those.
Yes, because
Okay.
I'm going to another house. I was like,
You know what I couldn't do too well? Here, see this? I couldn't put it, I would have to use like glue or something.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. The cover. Okay, so now I was able to save this.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what was broken? Remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I was able to save this here. These things that were expensive.
They are,
So I
yes.
saved this one. Okay, this is good.
Okay.
All right. So this guy is nice and firm.
Mhm.
I was able to get something secure to secure it.
Okay.
So you're not going to have that problem anymore with that.
Okay.
It's done. It's fixed. Okay.
Okay.
The other part about this one here is that I did give you the lever
Mhm.
here. Okay. So it has the turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is good.
Okay.
All right. So this is here. All right. Next, I was able to get creative and found you a proper setup for less money. Okay. Yes. So now, because remember the other handle didn't
Yeah,
wasn't
it
working
didn't
properly.
Yeah.
So I took care. So I got you had to get you a whole new hose because the other hose is totally gone. Yeah. And so this guy's all set. I think. Let me see. And I did this. I even wrapped this the way you like to do it.
Mhm. I mean, that's how they come.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't do.
So,
No.
let me see. I didn't do it with this one though. So let me see if give me a second. Let me see if I can still do it with that one there. Okay.
Yeah, that's the way they.
That's the way they do it.
Yeah, they come up like that. I didn't touch anything.
Okay. You know what? Honestly, I thought you did that.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. That's how she likes it.
No.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can. Do something about that.
Mhm.
And I think that'll be nice. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me get over there, and let me take care of that for you. Okay. Tape is all over my stuff. All right. Here we go. So yeah, so I got you a whole different one.
Yeah.
And so it's now let's see if this is big enough to do it. Because you just want to keep it from pulling apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, good. So all I need to do is cut it right here. Okay. Where's he at? Put him down here. Then heat it up. That's right. You know what to do.
Yeah, I kind of know now.
You kind of know now, right? All right, hold on. There you go. I saw one company selling it for $800.
That's how they.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my
I'll
God.
tell you, the first one I bought, it was like 400 something. They went double.
Yeah,
It was
man.
like 4 years ago when I bought.
Holy cow. So,
Yeah.
all right, so we're all set. So these, let's move these out of the way.
Here.
Okay, here. And, oh, you don't forget the cord.
Oh, okay. And this cord, I don't like it.
You don't like that? Okay, so I'm gonna change that. I'll order another one for you, okay?
Like, oh. Anyways, I'm gonna order something.
Yeah. Okay, and a whole set here. And let me get your deal. Okay. Guys are probably wondering, where is my? All right.
I sent you a text.
You did when?
Yes, right now before I.
Oh, before you got here. Oh, my phone is. I didn't even see it.
I wanna text him
You got to text?
before I.
Yeah.
I hope he's in there because I really need him. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine with you.
I sent you a total, didn't I?
Yes. 400 something.
Hold on.
I got it on the text.
Hold on. There you go. You sent it to me.
Yes.
Okay, 439. All right, so let me just put that here. Sale. Okay, and then what's your name? So, there you go. I think I have you under two different names. The cleaning company, and I have you under your name too. Yeah, let's see. Remove from sale. And Rosie, I think it's Rosie, right? Rosie
Yeah,
cleaning.
Rosie's clean. Rosie's clean.
Here it is. Rosie's cleaning. Okay, so it's under Rosie's cleaning.
Okay.
Are you using a card?
Yes.
Okay, just hover right over here. Yep, there you go. Let me help you carry these to the car, okay? I know that you can do it. I know you carry them all the time, but I'm gonna help you carry. Now, you want me to text or email this, Susie? Or print it?
Can you print it? Yeah. I got it ready.
There you go. All right, come on. Let's carry me. I'll help you carry it out.
Okay, don't look for my car. I got everything in there.
Look at your car. What do you think? I'm gonna judge you by your car? It's too late.
My
Too
car
late.
is,
Too late. I already formed my judgment already. How's that? All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry I took so long. I don't know who's still here, but I'm back. Okay, if you couldn't hang out, but if you hung out, respect. Okay. Let me see. All right, let me turn off my music here. He's like tired of hearing the music. You're on hold all that long. It's like, damn, dude, we were on hold for like 15 minutes. You're still here, Brienne? Shannon. You mean like the Shannon Sharp? Carolina Dogman, what's up? What's up, man? All right. What kind of vacuum? It's a Shark. No. She had backpacks. She picked up 2 backpacks and dropped off 1 backpack. So I'm gonna have to figure out why that one is not turning on. Okay. All right. So let's get back to this Kirby, and let's see why this. What the hell, right? All right. So I'm gonna let's put this back on again. All right. All right. And now, if I had, you know what? Let me get a safety. Let me get a safety cap. All right. And I'm going to compare the noise with the belt on, and then I'm going to compare the noise with just a safety cap on. Okay. Give me 1 more second. Sorry to have to leave you again. It won't be for long. Okay. I just have to get a safety cap because I need to compare it properly. All right. Okay, safety cap. Where are we? Safety cap, safety cap, safety cap. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, I found one. I got a G5 safety cap. It should work. They're all interchangeable. All right, so we're gonna put this on and see what it looks like with this. All right, this is one of the Razbag filters. This is why I don't have to keep putting that big bag on. Okay. All right, let's try it. All right, let me plug it in then. let me plug it in, folks. All right, here we go. What the hell is that sound, man? What the hell is that sound? It's, at the end of it, it's like a brrr sound, right? I don't know if you can hear it on your side too well, but it was louder when the whole machine was put together. Now let me see what it sounds like here. And I don't hear the after sound. I don't hear the sound after. I don't hear. iCar guys gotta know. iCar guys gotta know something. All these keyboard warriors, that's okay though. I'm a little 100-pound stick of dynamite. Ah! Yes! Hey, Jack! You think it's a loose fan, right? You know what? Let's go all in, man. I don't know, because the fan then should have made the sound with even just a safety cap. Because the fan would be independent of anything else. But, yes, you're right. Because the shaft isn't being pressured down, right? When the safety cap is on. When the belt is on the shaft, it does have a little pull, right? So if you're right, the fan can be a problem. Let me do this. Let's take everything off. Let's rebuild it. Let's do that. Let's take everything off, right? Let's take everything off. And sometimes the best thing to do is to start from scratch. Okay? And on your way back up, you'll find something on the way back up. You know what I mean? So let's do this. Let's take it down. Okay? And let me take off these what do you call them? Carbon brushes. The word wasn't coming out. Let's take these carbon brushes off, right? Okay. All right. Hold on. Bearings. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. See, now these guys are in good shape, right? Right? I don't see nothing here, because I was doubting whether this was there was a clicking sound at the commutator area, right? Thinking that maybe, you know, never know. All those things are possible. All right, let's go check out the fan. All right, let's check out the fan. I don't know, man. This one, honestly, I'm not joking. This one really do have me in a little bit of a pickle, where I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think this is enough to really, you know. But you never know. You never know. Okay. Oh, damn, dude, I really don't see nothing that could be causing this thing. I'll be honest with you. I don't. I have one of those fan blade things, but I don't have it here, so I'm not gonna go search for it right now. I'm just gonna put this here, and let me just take this off. Worst case, I'll just use this to turn it. I broke my damn thing. Coño, bro. Shit. I broke my my little mini screwdriver. Why the hell did I do that? It's funny. I keep telling my son, I said, son, you don't want to learn lessons when it's an expensive lesson. You know, you don't want to have expensive lessons, man. You know what I'm saying? You want your lessons to be inexpensive. Let me get my this is my flathead. Sometimes when these things are really tight, I just wedge them on both sides and I pop them like this. But I don't want to break anything. So let me I would wedge them like this at times. And then I'll wedge it like this on both sides. And then I pop them like that. If I'm having a tough time getting it off. Let me show you. And then both sides come off at the same time, and then you kind of just do this. See that? Voila. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change the fan blade. All right. The fan blade is not the problem, but if I'm gonna start from scratch, let's just do that, right? Because then you would need to change the motor. If you know, let's just do that. All right, let's just change the fan blade just to be on the safe side, and I can just eliminate the fan blade as even a part of the issue. All right, let me just eliminate that as fan blade is not even the issue anymore. How's that? Okay. All right. I got a fan blade right here. Okay. Guys are like, damn, dude, look at your workbenches. Everything's in a mess. You know. Sometimes when you're, I don't know. Some people when they're cooking, right? They put. I mean, everything is put away for everything. Every time especially when you go on those cooking channels. I mean, everything is like crazy neat, and if I'm making something, man, I know I'm gonna clean up later, you know, but I don't know if I have time to be putting everything away the moment I do something. It's like I just have to keep moving, man. It's my personality type. Sometimes it takes the expensive lessons that finally make it sink in. Yeah, like my son doing burnouts that cost him $600+ for new rear. He had to get a new rear end. Yeah, you hate to see that, and sometimes we get overbearing as parents because we really don't want the kids to make a mistake, and they're like determined to make the mistake. It's like, So me and Samantha have two different approaches a lot because I'll say, look, Sam, he's determined to make this mistake. Let him do it, okay? And I calculate like, okay, it's not going to be expensive. At worst, it's an embarrassment, or at worst, it's we'll take it out of whatever, and then he'll feel the pinch that way because I'm not going to pay for it, that kind of thing. And she's determined not to have him make any mistakes. And I'm like, he's going to have to make some mistakes, Sammy. He's not going to learn if it's always our decision, he's going to have to. It's gonna, And I'm like, I come from the male kind of perspective on stuff like that. So it may sound like chauvinist. I'm not being a chauvinist. I just realize the reality of life is he's going to grow up to be a man, and he's going to have to bear responsibility. And you're going to have to learn, man. I'm sorry. I can't grow you up thinking life is going to be pussyfooting around with you, okay? Life can give two shit. It's just, life is neutral, bro. Life is just life. Okay, life is life, man. It's like a jungle. A jungle's not gonna say because you're a kind person that is not gonna swallow you up. Jungle don't care. Okay, same thing with life. Life don't care. He was such a nice guy. I can't believe it's like, nah. They don't give two craps if you're nice. Now, will that help you like dealing with people? Possibly. Would it help build your reputation? Possibly, right? But that's not the marker, you know what I'm saying? So you're gotta learn lessons, man. It's tough. It's tough. I have learned far more from mistakes, and yeah, you're right. You're right, man. Jack, let me see. I would also recommend vacuuming a bit of the dust out the motor. Yeah, you know what, Jack? I'm gonna do that. You know what? Let me do this, Jack. Let me. The best way to do that is for me to remove this. Let me remove this. Let me remove it right here. And thank you for that reminder, buddy. I told you guys, we got some sharp people that watch this channel because they're problem solvers. And Jack is helping me out also. Okay. So I'm taking this off. The best way to do that is for me to remove this power switch on the side here, and I'm gonna get access to in here. Okay, the motor area. There's some dust here and all that. So let me just do that. All right. You know what? Maybe I could blow it out. Maybe I'll blow it out. Maybe I'll blow it out. Maybe I'll blow it out. Let me use our little trusty heart that we picked up a couple months back at Walmart to do a test. We did a suction test with this thing, and I decided to keep it. I was like, you know what? I actually like this little guy. I don't know how well he's gonna hold up. But for the immediate, it was all right. Give me a sec. I just had to blow this stuff out of here. All right, so you know what I actually really don't like about this heart, though? I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't like its exhaust. The filter exhaust thing. It needs a filter outside of the. It needs a filter right here. So when you vacuum, right? Sometimes the dust is flying out of here. The dust is flying is making its way through the motor, and I don't know. You could probably see some dirt already here from here. Yeah, a filter at the end of this would probably be a good idea to not have the dust flying in your environment. Because if you do sheetrock, someone may think that they can pick up sheetrock with that, and the sheetrock is going to find its way through the motor. So they could probably improve on that filter section of this machine. But, you know, it's whatever. And I bet you somebody would figure out how to do that. Like somebody out there would figure out how to put a filter on that damn thing. You know, like how the Dysons have the filter in the back, those Dyson sticks? Like this. They have the filter in the back of the Dyson. That can probably use something like that. I don't know if the guys are listening. Whoever make that, because it's not a bad machine, but that I got a taste of it, and it's not good. I was vacuuming with it, and dust was all over my shop, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Damn it! Okay, here we go. All right, so let me put everything back in now. We got a new fan blade on here. Okay, we got a new fan blade. I checked there's nothing wrong with the carbon brushes. Commutator looks like it's fine. Don't look like there's nothing wrong. It's not burning or nothing like that. This looks great. I don't feel anybody shaking. There's no anything that's out of alignment for it to kind of, you know, give that little rattle. All right. So let's try it. Let's put everything back together and see if somehow we magically fix this thing by just changing that fan blade, okay? So Jack, I'm following your flow, okay? All right. Shoutback makes a muffler. Yeah, that's. See, that makes sense. Shoutback having a muffler. I mean, that's, if you think about it, that's kind of what I tell you this, man. It all flies together. That's what these central vacuums are for. This would attach to the exhaust part of the central vac. And yeah, I think that's a great idea. Shopback is doing their thing. Good for them, man. These guys should probably do something like that. No, this is wrong. The short screw goes to the top of the power switch, guys. All right, and the long screws are for the what do you call these guys? The carbon brushes. Okay, let's do that. Let's get this guy in here. All right, I'm almost through. We're gonna see if that noise disappears, okay? Because it's not one of those things that's like so easy to find. It's a little tricky. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. Oh man, I should have done this first. Hold on. Okay. All right, so that's together. All right, let's do this first. Let me put this guy on. The reason I'm checking these to make sure that this couldn't also be part of the problem. Okay. Nope. Seems like it's fine. Let's put this guy on here. Okay. All right. Just bear with me, guys. I can't look up if there's a comment. My eyes are right here right now. Ah, shite. What did I do? I dropped the screw somewhere. I have a bunch of these Kirby screws, so even if I lose one, I have a million of them in the shop, so I'm not worried about it. Okay. All right. Let's get this guy on here. Okay. All right. Let's put our fan casing back on. All right. Bam. Bam. Okay. We'll worry about cleaning this up a little bit later. You know, the front of this thing. It's kind of at least you know they shampoo. This stuff come from shampoo, and you could tell some water then splashing on this, kind of making it gunky. All right, so now let's get our cord plugged in. All right. Okay. All right. Almost there, folks. We're almost ready to test. Okay. All right. I actually want to put this on. I want to put this on. I want to put this on. All right. I want to put this on because I noticed that it was making a louder noise when this was on, and it could just be. I've had stuff where the side of the brace here was rubbing against the gear for the tech drive. So sometimes that happens if the gear is the wrong size or something like that. Oh, come on. I hate when this gives me a tough time. Golly, man. You know what I'm talking about? When you try to put that, dude, this, because it, so this side here, right? This thing I'm working on right here to put this in, it has to go in like perfect, right? And the thing that is going in like this, like it's trying to capture the prawn, right? But you can actually go on the sides by accident. You can go this way and this way. And the way you know that you did it right is if you felt it go, like you felt something like moved over a bump, like a, right? But if it just slides in, you know it's not on. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. I want to make sure I get it right. And you have to do it blind. You can't see what you're doing. So you just have to just kind of use something to kind of get it in there. Now, if someone knows a better way to do this, oh my God, please tell me. Because for all these years, this is how I always do it. Okay, I felt it. I felt the click. Okay, here we go. So let's plug it in. Let's try it again. Let's see if we get our noise. All right. Okay. It's fixed. Jack. The history of my shop, Jack. Jack, let me see. Hold on, Jack. I'm gonna get you that real quick. Have you seen the smaller heart wet dry back? No, there's a 1 gallon, 2 gallon, both run by the same battery pack. No, I haven't seen that. I've had my heart shop vac for 4 years now. You love it so much. I'm glad. Yeah. The history. Oh, well, let me tell you what happened. Maybe some of you guys already heard it already, but I'm gonna tell you again. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So it's a story. Okay, I'll make the shortest version. I used to sell Kirby's. Okay, in the field for like a couple of months, and then the guys wanted me to recruit. I was a recruiter for a couple of years. Right, came to North Carolina for a year to set up a satellite office kind of deal, and the guys decided to head back. Right, they were running into a lot of credit issues. They're like, I think we're going back to Queens. So I was like, dude, I uplift my life. I came all the way down here, right? So some of the guys stayed here, some went back. And then after, I stayed here for about a year after that, and then I went back. And then I got into staffing. I was helping going to like light industrial, work for Manpower and stuff like that. And I was going, you go to the factory and you tell the HR that you can provide people for them and you can get them workers and all that stuff. So I did that for a while. And then I took a trip to North Carolina, a road trip. Went to, the beach and all that stuff. Went to see the sights in Washington, take pictures, Did another U-turn and went all the way up to Rhode Island and all that stuff. And it was cool, right? But while I was in North Carolina, one of the guys that stayed said, hey, man, I want you to meet our division supervisor. They took me over to this really rich area of town and went by his house. And they was like, man, we're going to help you set up a shop here, get your own business and all that good stuff, right? And I was like, you know what? Man, I really miss the trips and the vacations and all the fun and the incentives and the intensity of the work and all that stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm moving down. I'm coming back. Besides, if I want to start a family, I think I would prefer to do one in the South rather than in New York City. That was the idea. So Sam and I moved down, and then I ran an office for a couple of years. And then I'll be honest, my son was born, and then I realized I'm not seeing him. I left at 6 a.m, came back about 12 o'clock at night, and I said, man, this is not a way to run a family, man. You're going after the money, you're making money, you're buying a house, all that stuff, you're buying the cars and all that, and then you lose your family, and that's not the case for everybody, of course, but for me, I started to feel that kind of pressure, right? So I had 3 missed accidents on the way home. I'm talking about I fell asleep behind the wheel, right? And first one happened. I'm talking about a rig is coming towards me, like, and my eyes are open and I'm asleep. And then by the angels, let's say that, I just turned and I saw the light coming and I hit the gas. It's a good thing I didn't hit the brakes. I hit the gas and I went into this gas station and I shook it off, right? That didn't do it. Same town, bro. I'm going a different way. This time it's coming from my right. And I'm busting through the red light, so it's not his fault. I'm asleep. And I looked to my right and the guy came and I'm like, oh God, I hit the gas again. Boom, I'm gone. I'm like, shit. The last incident happened. Driving down and they have these cement, the cement stuff when they're construction in the road, that little triangle looking cement thing. And it went this way and it curved. And I was asleep. And I was driving an Expedition and I woke up just in time to hit the side of my step, that whole step thing, that you step down, that dragged along the cement. I would have smashed right into that damn thing. And then finally I was like, maybe, maybe I need to stop. Maybe I need to stop, right? Maybe I should stop chasing maybe I need to stop. And then I took a year off. And then I was like, you know what? I noticed that every time a Kirby office moves into town, if they don't succeed and they leave, they sold a bunch of people in the area and then no one can find service, right? Because we ran into that in the field. I was like, I should open up like a service center. It was just one of those ideas. And I was like, yeah, I should do that. And I did it. And there you go. At first, I only did Kirby's. And then people were just bringing their machines to me. They're like, man, no, you can fix it. I'm leaving it with you. And I started fixing the Hoover. And I started fixing Bissell. And I said, I better call these guys to find out if I can get like a contract to do their stuff. Then I started calling other distributors and I started establishing myself. And that's how I did it. How's that? I know it's long, but that's kind of what drove me to here. It wasn't like I woke up one morning and it's like, yeah, I want to get into the vacuum business. I was in sales and I just decided to stop. And I just thought this was an avenue that was open. But believe it or not, the moment I decided to start this is when the industry on a whole started to do this. And I didn't realize it. Oh man, the business models have shifted where the sell is to keep replacing your items. And a lot of companies weren't providing parts and service and all that stuff. So it became kind of bottleneck, kind of like weird, a space that we're in where a lot of us are just conditioned now to just consume and throw away, consume, throw away, consume, throw away, you know. So it's a weird spot that it in. So it's become like a kind of a niche deal because there's a lot of people that they still value their equipment, especially the cleaning professionals. They need it to be fixed, and you know, so I'm here for them. That was long-winded, but if you stuck around, you must like the show. Oh man. Yeah, I saw a need, I saw a problem, and I found a solution. You know what's funny though? Isn't that the nature of the channel though? Right? That is the nature of the channel, because think about it for a second though. And I'm about to clock off for those who came for a second or two. Think about it for a second. We're in a time where critical thinking skills are like becoming less and less a norm, honestly. And I was saying this last week, Brianne, and I'm still working on this theory that as we go forward, we're gonna be totally separated, right? I'm not talking about race and color and all that crap that they put on the surface. That's distraction stuff, right? That's the low-hanging fruit. I'm talking about people who think and people who don't. People who respond and people who react, people who fix and people who are victims of circumstance. Those people are going to separate like real far, man. It's not just about rich and poor, right? It's gonna like right now. It's hard for us to communicate. Right now, think about it. Like we can look at the same scenario, right? We can use this Maduro thing, right? And I see the big picture on it, right? I see the security issues. I see power plays. I'm looking at the prosperity of the country and all of that stuff. I see all of that is in play. I realize that all that's in play, right? But then the same people that say that we don't want a dictator in our country or whatever is like, you need to free the dictator. It's like, but the people in Venezuela are like, yay, man. Oh my God, you guys saved us, you know? And I'm like, wow, how are we looking at this? And we are looking at it from such different angles, right? Where on everything we see in totally different angles, like totally. There's, of course, there are nuances and people can talk in the middle. People can communicate in the middle, the nuance, right? But I'm talking like way different points of view, like drastically different points of view. It's like, wow, are you like pro-America or you're not, right? And that's weird, man. So even that's going to be very separated. We're going to split, you know? So I am for problem solving, right? I'm not for complaining, all right? I'll complain for a second. But the most of my energy is going to be trying to solve the problem, right? Versus someone who is, they talk about wanting to solve the problem, but most of their energy is complaining. You see what I'm saying? And they're invested in being a victim. So because the victim is an identity now, any solution you give them look like you're attacking their identity. And they put so much emphasis on identity that you can't even prescribe a solution because you're denying their identity as a victim. Is that crazy? So I look at these things, and I think that's what fuels the show, is that outlook. And if people resonate with that, fantastic. And if they don't, well, you know, what can I do, right? You cuss, right? nothing wrong with complaining, being pissed off. It's just that just can't be it, right? You know what I'm saying? That just can't be it. You can't just be that's okay. So what now? Like, okay, so what now? That's me. Like, what? Okay, so what do we do now? I had a talk with my son about it. He's in college and he's studying sociology and all the other stuff. He's really interested in helping people recuperate from injuries and in what way or the other, whether it's prosthetics or you know, he's into it. But he's gonna find his niche within that realm between the doctor and a person being able to get back to regular life, and he's gonna find his niche in that area. So you know, but he was talking a lot about. I said, you know, I don't want you to get caught up because it's very easy in college to get sucked into these different holes of social, you know, social justice type endeavors, and you come out seeing yourself more as a victim than as a champion. And I was concerned about that, about him not coming out feeling like he's some kind of victim. I said, dude, you got a great life. I don't know what you talk. Don't start adopting this stuff. You're a winner. Think about everything that you do. Think about you wake up and you grind every day, even when you don't feel like it. You're out there running, getting yourself together. You're passing all your classes. You're studying. You're working. You're a champion, right? So don't let anyone convince you that you're a victim of any sort, right? He said, yeah, but you have to remember the history of this. And I said, yeah, okay, good. We can learn the history, man, and we learn from it. But you don't live there. You don't live back there, right? So don't allow people to have you believing that you're experiencing that stuff. You don't live there. You live here, and you can peek back to learn stuff, but you don't turn all the way around and start walking back to live there. And you don't plant your anchor back there. Okay? You're shooting forward. All right? And that's the mindset. All right? Hopefully it translates. All right, guys. That was my chat section of my channel. He starts college Monday. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, wow. This thing is even off. Look at that. Hey, guys. I didn't forget about you guys over here. So he starts college Monday. That's cool. He's going to stay in state, or is he going to go out of state? We had a shot to go out of state. And local, good. I'm for that, man. I mean, if they want to adventure out, that's great. But he had a ride to go to LSU, and I was like, listen, take it, because they're paying for it. and Sam didn't want that. She wanted him close by, that stuff. And I think he wanted to kind of, you know, I guess what his friends and his team was talking about was up, you know, either Duke, Chapel Hill, or NC State kind of stuff, that area up there. And I'm glad he stayed local, I'll be honest with you, because I've had to do stuff to help, you know, him with his vehicle, and he get to make these trips. I just couldn't imagine keep going to Louisiana every time to go see him and all that, or have him fly over and all that, and drive how many hours to drive there. It's like, but if he wanted to, I probably would have been happy at the time that we don't have to pay for shit. But he made his choice, and I'm glad that he did. I try to advise him, but I'm glad he stayed local. Local is definitely, to me, local. Now that I realize it, local is better, unless you have a real specific goal that only that school can accomplish, you know. Minor, okay. Business. He's going for business. Yeah, those two go well together. Man. Business and psychology. Yeah, it goes well together. you can definitely, because you're gonna definitely use it. You know, you're gonna use the psychology in business, marketing, all that good stuff. I mean, it is what it is. We're being marketed to every single day by everybody. The moment you turn on a device, watch news, watch TV, watch anything, you're being marketed to. And I think a lot of us don't realize that we're being marketed to. Right, we're being marketed to. You know what I'm saying? I told somebody this the other day, and they didn't understand what I was saying. I said, look, even the way these guys dress, right? You can. I'm not telling you not to dress like that. I'm just telling you that it was a sales. They sold it to you. It wasn't like your natural. That's not your culture, right? You were sold this, right? To where I remember when Run DMC back in the 80s started to do my Adidas, right? And they went down, and the camera is watching their feet come down, right? Right down the steps with the Adidas and no shoelaces. Now think about it. You wearing the shoes without shoelaces, but that's the sales pitch, and the kids did it. But it was the camera wasn't just showing them. The camera was showing the shoes. So they sold us Michael Jordan. It was all sales pitch, and then the guys started to wear the chains, and then the guys started to sag their pants. And I said, if you think about it, if you look at the 80s and the 70s, look how they dressed. They was just dressed regular. You know, they're just regular. They had belts. Even the belt. They used to have name buckles, man. The belts were important. They had belts and shoes. That great. They weren't wearing their clothes below their ass, right? I said that was a sales pitch, man. You got sold on a culture, and you think it's your culture. I said, no, that's it's just a sales pitch. And I'm not telling you not to wear it like that. Just don't get lost into thinking that that's like somehow, you know, our ancient culture. What are you talking about, man? That was sold to you, you know? So, so when they see me dressed, and I'm dressing, I was like, you dressing like, I said, dude, this is how they used to dress in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. And what are you talking about? What are you talking about? But hey, do what you want to do, man. You know, keep trying to pull your pants up as you walk. I mean, that's your thing. I'm not gonna fault you for it. But I was just saying that we're always being sold to. That's all I was saying. It's a sales pitch. Okay. Even being a good kid and being moral and being a good student is a sales pitch, right? It's just that I prefer that pitch than that pitch. That's all. You're being indoctrinated. They keep saying, oh, you go to church, you're getting indoctrinated. Yeah, sure. You can, all right. I prefer my neighbor to be indoctrinated to be a good person and to not want to steal my goods, right? And to not covet the neighbor's wife and to not murder me. You know, I said, I'm good with that. And oh man, they just want you to be pro-America. You get indoctrinated. I said, yeah, if you were the ruler of a country, would you want the people of your country to be for your country or against your country? Would you want your team, if you were on a team, would you want them to be for the Yankees, let's say, or for the Broncos, whoever it is, or would you want them to be against them? So what are you telling me, right? So yeah, I'm pro-America all day. Nothing wrong with that. I prefer to be pro the country I live in than to be against the country I live in. What sense does that make? I live here and I hate the country and I want to then go, man, dude. Get out of here. I'm an old timer, man. Yeah. You know, that's marketing 101. Yes, sir. Shark 45. Yep. Stop making sense. That selfish folk can't take. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm down with being an old timer, man. I'll take that all day, every day. You know, because they used to think they were insulting you. Now, all they're saying is that you got common sense and you have values and virtue, and that you can be you're more to be trusted. That what you're saying is what you mean, and your word is something. That's all it means to me now. So I'll take the old timer all day, every day, bro. Okay? And there's always room for improvement. So, all right, man, I went too long. If you guys like it, subscribe. We'll be back for more tomorrow. I must figure out something else we can solve, some other puzzle that I'm working on to get our brains activated again. And I'll see you guys another day. All right, let me see if there's any last one that I didn't see. Oh, any tips for the future? Oh, wow. Dude. Tips for the future. Man, I'll be honest with you. Let me say bye to these guys here. I just said transition. Are you kidding me? Why is it not transitioning? Give me a second. Tips for the future. Invest. It's not transitioning. All right. I'm just going to cut the stream right here then. It's not even cutting the stream. What the hell is going on? Hold on. Let me try it now. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, look. Hey, how's this? I have one thing for you. Unfortunately, those guys are not going to get it, but I have one thing for the guys on the vertical. You notice how they used to say stuff like, today is the first day of the rest of my life. And it was like cliche. Like cliche, today's the first day. New Year's resolution, right? You know why it doesn't feel like that? You're just saying words. Because unless you actually do something different than you did, right? When does it feel like it's the first day of your think about it for a second. I mean, for real. When does it really do feel like it's the first day of a new dawn of something? When you get a new job, right? You met a new spouse, person, date, whatever. If you do something new, even going on a vacation doesn't do it because you're just going away. You're going to come back to the same thing, right? So you literally have to do something different to really truly feel like, okay, this is the first day of the rest of my life. For me, I'm going to start. I'm going to start doing this, right? You can say I'm going to start doing this and never do it, and then everything still feels the same. But unless you do something different for real, man, then you're not going to feel like your life is changing at all. And that's how I look at it. You got to action, bro. Just like the people that keep talking about race and say, all that stuff. And it's like, dude, okay, fine. What now? What now? If they can only acknowledge that this is, okay, great. Let's say they acknowledge everything. They acknowledge everything. Everything is acknowledged. What now? What are you going to do now? And there's never an answer for that. The answer is always, well, if they can just stop doing this, and if they can stop calling us names, and if they can stop, and the rich people, and it's like, dude, what are you guys selling these people, man? You guys selling them to be failure, bro. So that's how I see it. So if you do something different, it could be I'm going to start reading books or whatever. I'm going to start exercising. And you actually do it. That's when you feel like it's actually the first day of the rest of your life. Unless you do something actually different, it's gonna feel the same. So that's my advice for the future for you. You got to find something different, that's the direction you want to go, and actually start doing something different. And I guarantee you're gonna start feeling like life is changing. Yeah, we're positive. I'll see you guys mañana. Okay. Brienne, thanks a lot, girl. You are the best. That's what my dad told me when I was 12 years old. Noted. Hey, man, I hope you come back. Here is, let me see. Here is an egg. I love that name. Hey, I hope you come back. All right, Brienne, I'll talk to you later, girl. You're the best.